Hola, mi amigos. I am Markomac.
I'm Jordan Barnes.
And this is the All Elite Wrestling Fans review of the Dynamite episode from the 19th of February 2020. Let's get to it. Alright, so the first match that was up on the episode of Dynamite this week was the Battle Royal. It was the Battle Royal where you had to eliminate both members of the team to be kicked out, which I think is a much improvement on the traditional.
Yeah, it was a great way to tell stories through the whole thing without needing both people in the ring. Like, you called it that Matt was going to be there by himself, and that was right. It was great storytelling.
Yeah, I did. So when we were doing the predictions for this, I've actually got is it a draw. It's a tie, and we'll work our way through why it's a tie. But it's definitely a draw because I'd predicted that at the end of the Battle Royal it was going to be Matt on his own with Butcher and the Blade, but it was actually
Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah, Proud and Powerful. So I was close, but clearly not close enough.
And I called the match that the Bucks were going to win.
You did. So you got that right. And the Battle Royal was brilliant because it starts off with the spot where SCU go up on each turnbuckle. And then they come off a turnbuckle each. And that takes everyone down. And then Jack Evans goes up. He tries to do the same thing. But everyone that's in the ring catches him and sort of surfboards him and launches him right out of the ring. I thought that was brilliant.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was so cool, man. It was so cool. And then next was T-Hawk. He got eliminated. T-Hawk got kicked out. And then it was the Dark Order. So this is when the Dark Order were calling out to SCU. And they were using the distraction. So that Long John Silver, as I call him, John Silver, and the other member of the Dark Order,
I like that.
His name I forget the other dude's name. They then threw out Kaz and Scorpio Sky. And then they had that bit of banner. And then what no one really noticed was Raven. Raven was in the background because he said the Exalted One is watching and he's closer than you think. And then they didn't acknowledge Raven on camera, but there he was, just sitting there in the background. They're like,
obviously being Raven, just chilling there. Like, that's a pretty distinguishable person sitting in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I love that spot. And I love that Scorpio just ran over and jumped the rail. And that was great. Build that story that way.
That was cool. Yeah, when he just jumped the rail and just started battling. And I liked that they brought out the dude, the guy who's the front man, who does all the promos.
Yeah, I was confused as fuck when they brought him out, but it was great.
Don't know his name.
He should just be...
What's the guy's name? I don't know the dude's name. I'd like to know what his name is. That'd be pretty cool.
The Exalted One.
See if he's the Exalted One.
Just want to rain on your parade.
And then what happened was Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz, they never got in the ring till later on. They were actually quite sneaky about it. They waited until the end, until they snuck in, which is weird because if you're the referee in this match, surely you make sure everyone's in the ring. Come on, just.
But that's part of the theological part of it, and like the thinking part. Just let everyone else do all the work. Eliminate each other. I loved it. Like, just reap the benefits of everyone else being eliminated because they didn't come in until 6-7 guys were out.
That's true. Yeah, I did like it though. I just thought, surely the referees should make them get in the ring. I thought the referee should have made it. But next up, Luchasaurus, he ditches out Shima. Then Bunny does a distraction so that the Butcher and the Blade can get the jump on everyone. I like that. Then Dark Order gives Shima the mask once Shima's been eliminated to try and tempt Shima into the Dark Order. But spoiler alert, they were fighting them on Dark. So the Strong Hearts were fighting on Dark against the Dark Order. By the way, go and watch it. It was a bloody good match. It was a really good match between the Dark Order and the Strong Hearts.
I have to check that one out.
Dark Order. The Dark Order won it. Again, spoiler alert, but they won it. So Shima did not join the Dark Order. Butcher. The Butcher dumped out Nick Jackson. So that was kind of one of my predictions because I said they were going to eliminate the Young Bucks. So I was
partial point.
Partial point for that, man. Partial point. Jungle
There's your
Boy,
partial point.
I get a partial point. Jungle Boy pulled down the rope so that Luchasaurus could kick Angelico, and Angelico he gets chucked out. Private Party both get dumped out by Proud and Powerful. I like that. What I really liked was when the Butcher and Luchasaurus were just facing off against each other. That was so cool. Just seeing the two big dudes battering each other. I think it set up a match between those two down the road rather nicely. Or tag match.
Or a tag team.
Tag team match between the Jurassic Express. I loved the bit with Orange Cassidy when Trent gets knocked off and then he sort of falls onto Cassidy's shoulders and then he walks him over so that Trent can get back in the ring. That was cool. And then this is a point where I was absolutely raging. I was pissed off and I actually yelled out when I actually think I recorded video of this and I'll slip it into this clip. When Matt dumped the blade out, I was raging. I was like, man, there goes my picks. I knew it was all over the moment he got chucked out. Come on, Bunny. Oh, low blow. Yes, Butcher's still in it. The Butcher's still in it. Come on, Butcher. Put out Matt. Eliminate Matt. No, he's biting him. That's cheating. Get in the ring, Butcher. Get in the ring, Butcher. Oh, fuck off. And then, so the closing segments, man. That super kick.
Oh,
to Sammy.
The one. Oh.
Apparently that really hurt him.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't know. That looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I don't want anyone to be hurt, but that was probably the best bump I've seen in a long time.
It was phenomenal. And unfortunately now, not unfortunately, but I think we knew it was going to be the Young Bucks against HangMega.
Yep.
So you were right there. I love it. On Being the Elite, they're doing this whole Hangman's acting all like the sorrowful drunk, and then the last thing he says to Kenny Omega is he goes, "Man, dude, we don't even have a tag team name," and I'm screaming, "HangMega!"
Yeah, I thought the exact same thing.
What else are you going to call yourself?
If they do it next week, I'll be so happy.
I told you, man. We've got the footage. I'll be after Tony Khan for some of that money.
Yeah.
Next up was the match between Kris Statlander and Shanna. This was pretty good. It was quick. Britt Baker was on commentary.
Really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The best part was Britt Baker on commentary. Did you see when she brought out a Starbucks cup for Tony, but Tony was spelled wrong?
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny.
Oh, it was great.
And
everything, just let those two be on commentary for women's matches and just let Britt just go off on people.
Just rip right through them.
Yeah, and then in a month and a half, she starts winning more matches, and then give her a shot at the title.
And
that's what I want to see.
Now, I believe that Kris Statlander's from the Andromeda Galaxy. Do you know the currency for the Andromeda Galaxy?
No. Should I?
This is what Britt Baker said to Tony. Starbucks. Oh man! I thought, right, I need to know if somebody wrote that line for her or she came up with it herself. I couldn't stop laughing.
She came up with it herself.
I was like, Starbucks, that is brilliant. There was the old booping with the noses and all that Statlander likes to do. There was some nice. There was Kris did her cartwheels where she goes round and around and around. I like that. Shanna did she was doing some really nice moves. She had some dragon sleepers in there, a vicious knee, a big power bomb. But ultimately, it was Kris Statlander that she reversed something into the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, it's just a tombstone, but it looks amazing.
Basically. Yeah.
Just the way she does it, it's brilliant. And that was a nice segue for the women because it led into the Nyla Rose coming out.
Yeah.
And healing up the fact that she was a champ.
Yeah.
I mean, the fans were. I mean, they were half cheering and half booing, but she was quite good at getting everyone to turn on her.
Yeah.
What was it she said? I break bitches.
Oh, that's the best line. When I get hungry, I break bitches.
I break bitches. And I'm the queen bee.
That's great.
I'm the queen bee in this hive.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you listen to her on Talk is Jericho this week?
No, didn't know she was on it.
No. Really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. I would recommend it.
I'll go back and listen to that.
Yeah. Yeah, that promo was awesome.
And then, see, I think we've been listening to Jim Cornette. Because Jim Cornette said with the controversy around Nyla Rose, you're not going to get away from it, so make money off it. See the people that are really against it, keep poking them, because they'll tune in every week just because they're pissed and just because they're mad. They'll tune in. And I think the comment that Big Swole made at the end, when she said something about, she said brother, brother or something, and I think that was intentional, because all Elite Wrestling, they're really good at subtlety and just little things and planting little seeds. So I think that was intentional.
Yeah, that could be.
100%. Next up was Mox and Cobb. Taz was on commentary for this one.
Loved Taz on commentary. I forgot how much I really liked Taz until I got him again.
Yeah.
He's just got a different, just the way his voice travels, it's just different. But no, that match was great. Jeff Cobb is a beast.
And he's very knowledgeable.
Absolute beast.
He is a beast, and he dominated for most of this match.
Yeah.
Which I was very
surprised.
surprised
But there's no way
at.
that Mox wasn't going to win, right?
Nah. And again, they did it really well, because he overexerted himself on the superplex, which allowed Moxley, who I'm assuming has more ring experience, if we're going down that route, and then he manages to hook his legs and get the 1-2-3, and then everyone gets to jump. But during the match, I liked it when it went to the outside, and he throws him to the turn into the barricade. He goes over it, and then at some point Jericho gets a cheap shot. So he's at the front row with his ticket with Sammy, and then Jericho gets a cheap shot and he hits him with a belt as well.
I've got a ticket.
He was moving the rib tape. I like that when they remove the rib tape. That's always a really good visual. That the guy likes his suplexes, Jeff Cobb. He likes his suplexes.
Well, he reminds me of Taz, kind of, right?
Taz,
like if you think back to Taz and ECW, just suplexing everyone. He was a big guy, but he not a big guy, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think Taz crossed with Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. And then when they were doing the beatdown at the end, I thought to myself, you can't have another week of your baby faces getting beat up and no one coming out to help. And luckily, that's when Dustin came out.
Yep. So here's what I liked about it. Here's my thing. So Jon Moxley isn't really a good guy.
Nah.
Right? Doesn't really have friends in the locker room. So who came out? Dustin.
Got his licks on Hager. You get some hits.
He's got a thing going with Hager. Fairly indifferent to Moxley, but just was going to fight Hager. Seemed like a good moment.
Yeah.
And then your boy Darby.
That's right.
Who's got a thing with Guevara.
My boy Darby, who the lights go out completely for that.
Yeah.
I thought that was... At first I thought, it seems a bit overkill. Like it's almost like a debut. But then when he appeared, I thought, yeah, actually, that was quite cool.
So I liked it other than the fact that, he
took too long.
He took 40 seconds to get to the ring.
Your mates are getting beat up. You should be on that skateboard straight away.
Yeah.
And getting...
Like in all reality, I know it's wrestling and we just got to go with it.
Yeah.
But, if you saw the guy there, would have had plenty of time to leave.
Absolutely.
Plenty of time.
But he used the skateboard a lot. So I thought that was really a nice touch, using the skateboard as his weapon. And then Mox...
I like the stomp onto the skateboard.
Yeah.
Onto the back. That was good.
That's nice. Mox got his DDT on Cobb. He got his paradigm shift, his Death Rider. And then Mox and Jericho have their stare down, and Jericho just powders out of the ring.
Yep.
He's gone. He's not engaging. So we both predicted Mox for that. And I think we both predicted that there would be some sort of Darby return or something along those lines.
We both thought it would be some sort of weird finish with a bunch of interference. And
Aye. And that's exactly what we got.
Yep.
And then we had HangMega. Hangman Adam Page.
HangMega!
Kenny Omega versus the Lucha Brothers. Jeez Louise, man. Do you know, I'm going to be
amazing.
controversial. This was actually my favourite match. I think for me it was better than the cage match. I mean, cage match was better for the storytelling and everything, but just for the...
This match was the best match of the night.
For the in-ring work and everything, I couldn't fault this match.
Well, I thought it was over like 3 or 4 times. Like, legitimately was like, oh, he kicked out? Wow.
Mm-hmm. Man, and Paige, there's one point where Paige does a vicious kick. I think it's to Rey Fenix, and the noise off of this, I was like, damn, man, he just took his head off.
Yeah.
Lots of double team moves as well. Right, my one complaint for this match, this had to be the longest referee 10 count in history.
Yes.
It's always the Lucha Brothers where we have tag team problems. The refs try their best, but they just take so long to do stuff. That was the only thing. The only complaint I had was the long 10 count.
Yeah. Kenny
at one point was isolated for a good bit of time.
Yeah, he took a beating for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really did. I was surprised at that. Then we had... Damn. That reverse German into the cutter. That was sweet. And then...
That was really cool.
And then the Hurricanrana to Adam Page to the outside. And then there was a moonsault. It's like, it's so hard to keep up.
Yeah, it was spot after spot after spot after spot after spot. But it was amazing. And
then there was a miscommunication again where Paige hits Kenny. So they have to keep planting those seeds.
At that point, I thought that was the end. Mm-hmm. I thought that's where the Lucha Brothers were going to win. And that's where I was going to win my drinks and my pie.
I think, again, I was shouting at the TV at that when that was happening. Sweet Jesus, I thought that was the end of the match. Come on. Come on, Hangman. I've got to beat Jordan in the predictions. Fuck. Come on. Yes, knee. Come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. Stop fucking... Yes. Oh, Jesus. 1. Oh, come on. No way. That was free. That was free. I was going off my nut. Fuck, he's going to get this right. No. But there's a blind tag. And then HangMega get the win. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Man, I really thought that they were going to lose for a second. I thought, damn, I'm going to be down again.
He's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn, he's good at guessing this shit.
Well, you did well. We're going to now. It's the main event time.
Yeah,
you did well with the cage match, predicting that. Yep. When Cody came out, the pop was huge when he came out.
Oh, yeah. So here's my one thing. I just want to go on this for a second. Everyone has some pretty cool entrances in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, Cody's is way too long and way too elaborate compared to everybody else's. It feels very much to me like a power move by him.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
It's got that slow build and then like an excess amount of pyro compared to everybody else. Like half the roster doesn't have pyro. Cody has enough pyro for everybody.
But he's Cody Rhodes, man. I think he deserves it. He's your top babyface. Why not?
Yes and no.
Although Darby's up there.
But yeah, like I get it that he's like your top babyface and like one of the bigger names in the company.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to say it this way, but it reminds me of a Vince McMahon thing to do.
Okay, right.
You know what I mean? Like just putting himself trying not to put himself above everybody else,
mm-hmm.
but still kind of putting himself above everybody else.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it. It's a cool entrance. It's great. It just feels a little bit excessive compared to everyone else's to me.
Well, that's what happens when you're top dog.
When you're the EVP.
When you're the top EVP.
Yeah.
Cody out-wrestled Wardlow at the start of this.
We both knew that was going to happen, though.
Nice disaster kick quite early on.
Yep.
And then Cody gets busted open quite early on as well. So you can't have a cage. And I said to you, what did I say? I said, Tony Khan will go to TNT. He'll get permission to do colour. And that's exactly what happened. They gave him permission.
Yep.
And they said, yep, you can do some colour. You can't have a cage match and not have blood.
Not with the story that they were trying to tell.
Not at all. Wardlow started manhandling again.
Which, let's give Wardlow a ton of credit. The guy is fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's strong, he's fast, he's agile. He sells really well, too. Like, the guy's going to be really good.
Cody got his cutter in on Wardlow. I like that. And then there was a low blow. And then he's spinning. Do you hear what he calls his finisher?
No. Oh, the F10.
F10. Oh, fucking take that, Brock Lesnar. The F10. Because it's an F5, but he just lets you go and you just spin around. And that was quite cheeky, that. I thought that was... When I heard that, I was like, oh, that was cheeky. And then I like the tease when Arn Anderson and Cody's hanging out the cage. Why was that door unlocked? It's not escape the cage.
It's wrestling. I don't know.
It's wrestling. And again, the fact that they said there's no escaping the cage, it has to be a pinfall or submission, that's old school, traditional cage matches. Escaping the cage was something that came in a lot years later. It was a WWE thing, or WWF thing, that they introduced a lot later. But back in the old days, in the territories, cage matches were to end a really big feud. So it was like your payoff in a big feud, and it was never escape the cage. It was always pinfall or submission.
Yeah.
Series of clotheslines after that, power slam, the military press by Wardlow when he threw Cody into the cage. That was cool. His swanton bomb.
It looks sweet.
I mean, the argument could
it
be
looked
he's
good.
too big.
What?
Do you think he's too big?
What do you? No.
He's a power man.
No.
He's meant to be a powerhouse. I thought he'd be too big to be doing stuff like that.
No, come on, let him. If he can do it, if he can physically do it without harming himself and someone else, like actually harming someone, do it because it looked cool.
It did look cool.
There's nothing cooler than seeing those guys come off the top rope.
And then,
right?
Well, this leads into your part when the ring comes into play and Cody gets a hold of the ring, as you predicted.
Yep.
He wallops
Pops
him.
Ward.
So. I think he hits him with the ring. Then he does the crossroads.
Yeah.
And he kicks out. I was kind of torn. I was like, does this make the finisher look a bit weak? Cody's finisher? Or does it just make Wardlow look like an absolute beast?
Little column A, little column B.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the intention would be to make Wardlow look like a beast. But if you're going to kick out of a finisher, it's going to make the other guy look poor regardless, right?
And the whole getting hit with the ring.
And again, like the hit with the ring, that's the part that gets me. The hit with the ring and then the crossroads should have did it. If he just did a crossroads, you could kind of go, oh, well, Cody's tired, Cody's exhausted, didn't hit all of it, blah, blah, blah. But he just popped him with the ring.
But I think basically what they're telling the fans is Wardlow's not going to be beaten by getting hit in the face with a foreign object because it didn't put him down. He's not going to get beat with a finisher because he kicked out of that as well. And the two of them combined, the only way to beat him is to do something crazy. And then when Cody goes to the top of the cage and does the moonsault, that beats him. But how many opportunities are you going to have in a match where someone can do something as crazy as that to beat him?
Yeah.
So he's just going to look...
Not very often.
He's just going to look like a beast.
So I read today that Tony Khan did not want Cody to do that moonsault.
Yeah, do you know, I just seen that story before we came on here.
Yeah, I saw that. But I also saw the thing where Cody didn't, like, if you watch it, it terrified me. Because he wasn't up there very long. He got up there and was off, like, instantly.
I can't believe that, man. Look at that moonsault. Off the top of the cage. That is insane. I can't believe Jordan was right when he said that Wardlow would be given the ring. He'd drop the ring and then Cody would hit Wardlow with the ring. The only thing Cody hasn't done is throw the ring away. Oh, I might have. I could have missed it. I can't believe, Jordan, that you were right. You son of a bitch.
I thought he was going to like wait for Wardlow to set, but he didn't and just went and still connected. It looked good. But it was just like he got up and was gone.
Just went?
Yeah, just went. But apparently it was like he's scared of heights, so he didn't like being up there.
You can't think about it, because see, once you've committed to it, see, once you're up there, you have to jump.
Yeah.
He did check to see if Wardlow was in position. He just went.
Yeah.
And he got...
Hopefully.
I think Wardlow he caught him, but he could have caught him a bit better. But Wardlow, to his defence, he didn't have time to... He was just up and he was off. So he was probably like, shit. Better catch him.
Exactly.
Better catch him here.
Yeah.
But that was
that was a good episode of Dynamite.
It was again. Fuck, we say this every week, don't we? That it was the best episode yet. And yeah, I always say,
I would say it was the best episode from start to finish for sure.
And always
it built on everything.
I'm always a fucking wet whistle. I always go, it's definitely in the top 3, and I've been saying that every week. So that top 3 of mine has become like a top 10.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I would put it, because there was a couple of weeks ago, the episode with the lashing, that was really good. But the week before that was the first week where I didn't see any mistakes.
Well, I'm excited for this week. Like Kenny Omega and Pac in a 30-minute Iron Man match.
That will be cool.
That's going to be pretty good.
Right.
Leading into a pay-per-view, though, which is kind of scary to me. That's a weird match to go leading into the pay-per-view.
That is a weird one to lead into the pay-per-view, because I think Kenny's selling an injury as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays in. Alright, well, that was our review of All Elite Dynamite for the 19th of February show. Again, potentially one of the best, it is one of the best episodes I've had to date, and probably the best episode that they've had to date. I don't think we can...
It's my favourite so far.
So there you go. I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as we did. Like we've got any input into it, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, you know.
Yeah. It's all on us.
It's all on us.
Yeah. Some random guy from Manitoba and some random guy from Scotland.
Thanks everyone for watching AEW fans, and please make sure you like and subscribe, because if you don't, Michael here, he's not gonna be happy.